Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, week, morning. It's beautiful out, and so I figured I would sit out on my deck and change up the scenery a little bit and enjoy this beautiful warmth before it is gone and I have to wear 600 sweaters again. And for any of you that know me well, you know that I'm always cold, so to be able to have a tank top and sit outside in the morning is a big deal, so I must take advantage of it. Anyways, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was a great message of insight and awareness from one of my guides. His name is, he's an Ascended Master Sanat Kumara. He has been involved in raising consciousness on the planet, helping humanity ascend for many, many, many years. I asked him last week in conversation, I said, "How old are you really?" And he laughed because he's got this great sense of humor, and he said, "Millions of your Earth years," as he chuckled. So a very wise soul. And his message was for us to really pay attention to how our body feels and how words resonate in the messages that we hear right now. And this is a way that we can start to move through truths that are surfacing, but we're talking deeper truths. Now this method of feeling through it, seeing what resonates, applies to whatever you're listening to. It doesn't matter whether it just be media, government, community, people. But he was talking specifically to do with channeled messages, whether you yourself are doing the channeling or intuiting, or you're listening to other people online who are doing the channeling and intuiting. He said to really listen with your whole being to the resonance of it, because not all channelings are hitting the highest frequency they need to hit in order to receive the messages of the light. And so I'll explain this further because he was great about explaining it, because I was kind of like, well, what do you mean? So if you think about it, we live in third dimensional consciousness, right? When there's a certain frequency. So above that, we have fourth dimensional consciousness, and then fifth dimensional consciousness, which is where we're wanting to go in the world. We are ascending into a fifth dimensional consciousness. And with this, we want to be sure that our messages, whether they are being intuited personally, like I said, or messages we're listening to, are coming from at least a fifth dimensional consciousness, because it doesn't get murky in 5D and above. That is of the light. It can be murky or muddy in fourth dimensional consciousness, because what's happened is darker entities, and I use that for lack of a better word, darker beings, darker energies, more convoluted energies that are just above the 3D realm sit in 4D, and those are currently being cleared out. So this isn't a message of fear and worry. This is just information for conscious choice in what you receive. But in this fourth dimensional consciousness, there's all kinds of different energies that filter through those waters, if I could say it that way. But what happens is the darker energies, or the pesky energies, make it so that it's muddy water, right? The waters above are clear. Fourth dimensional waters are muddy. And so sometimes you could be getting a clear message of light and love, but other times you could be getting a message that's not quite of light and love. It's either pesky, or it's taunting you, or anything like that. And so what he's saying is, he said, don't fear what comes through 4D. Just be smarter. Raise your vibrations, your intent, your heart energy, where you desire to communicate from, to fifth dimension. Make that your intent. And then when you receive the messages, again, whether you intuit them or channel them yourself, or you're hearing them from other people, feel how it feels to you when you're hearing it. Does it sit peacefully in your body? Does it feel okay in your being? Do the words resonate? Is it peaceful no matter what the message is? Because a truth, and a truth from the light, from the higher realms of goodness, will have a place to sit that will feel peaceful no matter the message. Something that is being warped or messed with will have kind of an edginess to it. Instead of it being smooth and flowing, it'll have an edginess to it, or a disharmony, or a warped frequency. Sometimes it twists and turns like this, in my mind anyway. And that's how I can tell when something is in 4D that's trying to be pesky. And so I will just clear my energy and raise my intent higher if I find that I got caught in 4D. Now, all the messages that I channel I always ensure that I am up in my clearest mind, my clearest heart, in those higher realms of consciousness. But I thought his message was so cool in how he explained it, because it made a lot of sense to me. Because in the past, there have been times where, I'm feeling an energy around, and so I close my eyes and I tune in, and I don't like the message they're giving. It either is trying to be haunting-like, or it's not accurate information that resonates with me, and I'll be like, I don't like that, I'm on to you, right? So I'll clear my energy and I'll raise it higher and see what's actually going on. And so this is something for you guys to have that visual of understanding and kind of check in with yourself. Like, where is this information coming from? Or where am I channeling this from? What feels right? Because again, anything 5D and higher will feel right. It'll feel enriching. It'll feel nourishing. And it'll feel peaceful to your soul. Anything that is being pesky from 4D, and again, not everything from 4D is pesky, but anything that is will sit with a warp, a disharmony, or an edginess to it. And so if you listen to your body and you listen to how it feels, you'll know what your truth is. So I'll leave that with you guys for now and wish you guys a wonderful day.